So yeah, misandry is fun, but it is also the cheapest form of feminism, and it's a joke. Misandry is a joke. Like, do you think we're really going out there and making fun of like we have friends, okay? We have friends.
We
who
have
are
a life.
X-Y chromosome, okay?
Unlike a lot of
Yeah,
men.
exactly. So it's a joke, okay? And we have fathers, we have brothers. We really don't. We are
don't
very
hate
kind
them.
to them. We are very kind to them. So misandry is a joke, and men take it
But
seriously.
misogyny
It's so
can
real.
kill women.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah. So when was the first time when you wore makeup, or you felt like wearing makeup?
Okay. I think I was in 8th grade
Okay.
or 7th grade. So my mom bought a kit for herself. So I started using it for fun, and then my mom taught me, and then I watched some
Your mom
videos
taught
of
you?
it. Yeah,
No,
like
my
her
mom.
first
I
time.
had to learn it all by myself.
No, my mom taught me, and then we went on YouTube, and we used to watch makeup videos together. So that's how I learned.
Yeah, I do learn from YouTube.
My mom knew very basic stuff, so we learned it we both learned it together.
I remember when I was in school, I used to hate on girls who used to wear makeup. I used to.
Me too.
But even I was such a pick me.
But honestly, wearing makeup to school is very bad.
Yeah, in our school we used to have those girls. They would apply like a tinted lip balm and like open
I
hair.
have seen girls with foundation in school.
We
So-
have 12-year-olds at Sephora.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So what is the need? Why 12? Okay, I understand. Like once you are mature, you can make your own decisions. But for kids,
I think 15 should be the minimum age for like wearing makeup.
Okay.
15 is not fine. I think even 13, 14 is a little bit young.
but I think
You can start
lipstick-
experimenting, like
lipstick,
lip balm.
Yeah,
You can start experimenting.
but full on glam.
Yeah.
I've seen 12-year-old like they lose their innocence so quick. I think
Yeah.
they should play more, touch grass.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I do remember being a pick me. That's all. But you know what? I think even wearing makeup can be pick me sometimes. You know how?
It can be.
If you're doing anything to get male validation, it's pick me. It's giving pick me energy. Let's say if you play basketball because you love it, then it's not. But if you're doing it to make friends or get validation, it's pick me. Similarly, if you wear makeup or you don't wear makeup, if you're doing it for attention, it's pick me. So anything that you do, let's say out of desperation or out of the need to get validation, that's pick me. Yeah.
So I've read somewhere that pick me is basically internalized misogyny, and that they don't want to be treated the way other women are treated. So
They want to be treated the way other women are.
no, they don't want
to
it.
be. Okay.
Because that's why they go join the male group and they make fun of the women, because they don't want to be a part of the group which are being made fun
But
of.
don't you think those men who are making fun of those women who are like girly or making I don't know, maybe wearing makeup, I think they have a crush on one of those girls.
They do.
And that's why
They
they're making.
must.
I think that's why they're making fun of her, so that they can lower down her standards, bring down her self-esteem, and then
get her.
Get her. Yeah, exactly.
That's-
They're not so evil. Man, I hate them. Yeah.
That's their strategy.
But this is a joke, okay? This is a joke. It's not. That's a strategy. I think it's called negging. There's a word for it. Negging.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So yeah, like capitalism. You know what? We talked about 12-year-olds going to Sephora and wearing makeup. Why? But like, where do they get the inspiration for doing that? Magazines, influencers, social media, which is capitalism. It's advertisement. So capitalism, you know what? Capitalism sells the idea, the image of an ideal woman to the men, and to the women it sells the products to become that ideal woman. To the men, it will sell that fantasy. Okay, Playboy magazine, pornography. It's all they sell men that this is how the girl should be. This is the girl you deserve. You know what? Sexy girl, this beautiful thin, curvaceous, with
and
like
then it forces women
to become
achieve
that.
that standard.
Yeah, so it's even capitalism is, I hate capitalism as well. We all hate capitalism.
Okay, patriarchy and that is related.
They're like they go hand in hand. So yeah. Next up, let's talk about like one thing's for sure, that beauty does not affect men the same way it affects women. Because to the men, it's only selling them an idea and image. Yeah, I want men to get insecure. I want men to get insecure about
Same.
their height. They're the one thing they're insecure about is their height, and it doesn't even
That's
matter that
the
much.
only thing which they are made insecure about, and
And
they
it's
cry
something they
about
can't
it
even.
so much.
But it's something they can't even change now. How can you change your height?
Okay, but how will women change their skin color?
They do. They have
But
to.
why? So then make leg enlargement, what height enlargement surgeries.
They should be
I've
trained.
seen women do
And you
that.
know what, we should also make them. You know what? I heard some girl on the internet saying bald is the new sex. Suddenly now balding is. Wow. Yeah, have you heard that? No. I don't know, because men in power like Jeff Bezos and some powerful, like they think it's. Some women think it is not bad.
Women think everything is.
But yeah, that's true. Like you can search it on the internet.
Fantasize everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Women fetishize everything.
Even age difference. Oh my,
Everything.
there is nothing I hate more in this world than age difference. And especially when it's like the guy
50
is
and 80.
something like that. No, when the guy is older, when the man, the woman is slightly older, I don't care. Because if the woman is slightly older, I think the guy only must have had a mommy issue or something and he approached her. But if the guy is older, then yeah, then I don't think the girl has dad issues. I think the guy is a predator.
Because I've seen men date girls their daughter's age.
Less than their daughter's age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's so disgusting.
big.
Very disgusting. Yeah.
And it's also giving pedo.
He's giving pedophile, and it's, you know what it stems from? Men want power. Their desire to, they want them to be in control. They want that she's naive, she's young, she has beautiful body. She doesn't have much like knowledge or much intelligence. She's dumb. And she might not be intellectually dumb, but she's emotionally, I'd say she doesn't have much, she's gullible. And she's controllable. That's it.
And men love to control.
And men love to control. And now let's talk about the rise of our living standards and the rise of, like, you know, in earlier times, I remember my mom saying, like when she used to live in the village and stuff, that owning a lipstick was a luxury.
My mom says that too. And my mom says that they didn't have a lot of stuff, and the only skin
And beauty didn't even matter that much.
No, it didn't. And the only thing she owned was a shampoo.
That was luxurious.
Yeah.
I remember my mom saying that she would give her neighbors shampoo in like broken cups and stuff for them because they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. And I think I remember my great grandmother washing her hair with Nirma.
My great grandmother still does. We have told her so many times that it's not good. She doesn't care.
She thinks the shampoo, I think she might have used it, but it feels sticky, it doesn't really remove the.
I don't like it. I like this one coffee.
Yeah. So yeah, that was all about. No, but we have points left. So that was all about like living standards and how capitalism affects. Because capitalism has provided us with so much luxury, like our living standards have risen, and so have our beauty standards. That's what I'm saying. Even to the point that, hey, do you like it when makeup is compulsory? Like in certain work fields.
I hate that.
In our fraternity, it's not. It's not. But let's say you're a receptionist, or you work in aviation,
Or
air
you're
hostess.
a waitress and things like that.
Yeah, I don't like it when makeup. I don't know why.
Why do you have to be looking perfect 24/7 when men don't do anything?
Because it's hospitality industry, so you have to appease people. You have to. I feel like.
But men don't wear makeup then also.
They
They are
don't.
just like well dressed and
that's
same
it.
for marketing.
Yes. Even in corporate, I find women wearing makeup.
And compulsory.
It's compulsory. I don't know why. It shouldn't be, but it is.
I think it's very patriarchal kind of a place.
It is definitely bit. Oh my god. You know what? I talked about beauty being power in the first segment. Beauty is power because you know what? Attractive women get more promotions, get more raises. They are bosses' favorites. I don't know why, but because men so dumb. Okay, they cannot look past physical appearance. So we see even in you might have heard this that when you are like a viva and the examiner is a male. अरे तू तो लड़की है देखो pass कर देने रहा है. You might have heard this
100
times. Yeah.
They don't say anything to girls. They
And
let
especially pretty
go.
girls, especially the good looking ones, that you will get good marks just because of your look.
Just with a smile.
And if you know if that's the case, then who are going to stop women from using that power? If you can put on a lipstick and get a raise, if you can do something to your like appearance and get in the good side of your boss, like get in his good books, but that's your boss's fault. And also, you know what? You might have heard this that women sleep their way to the top. It's not like the women sleep their way to the top. You know what?
Even if it's
that the
not true.
boss, it's that the men in power, the men who are like the HR and stuff, they won't let women get promotion until they give them sexual favors. That's what it is. Men will withhold. Men are not providers, okay? Men are withholders. They just like withhold everything, and then in exchange for your sexual favors or you looking good, they will give you opportunities. That's what it is.
Totally agree.
Right?
That is crazy.
Okay, so now let's talk about eating disorders, dieting, weight. What's like? Is there a thin line between fitness and starvation?
There is.
There is.
I've seen a lot of fitness influencers say you need to do calorie deficit, and I 100% agree because
Yeah, it's
calorie
scientific.
deficit has led me to lose 10 kgs in the past 3-4 months. So it works, but it shouldn't be to the point of starvation because you can decrease the amount you eat, but you need to eat. So
Yeah.
I have seen them promote one coffee in the morning only, and that is crazy. How will you live with that? Like you need certain calories to function.
And nutrients, you need your vitamins and minerals. How will you get like vitamins from coffee?
I've seen vegan people die
That,
because
yeah,
of,
I have heard that.
yeah.
Because no, but they were stupid vegan people. You know what? I think like they're stupid. They're not vegan. The veganism is not the problem. They're stupid. It is.
Yeah, because they don't eat.
Yeah, exactly.
The woman who died, I think she ate a crate of mangoes one day.
That's it.
And
Yeah,
then
you cannot rely on just fruits.
Exactly.
Call yourself a vegan. I think see the only deficiency that vegans have is vitamin B12, and you have to take supplement for it no matter what. Because how are you gonna get it?
Exactly.
Yeah, plants don't make
only
B12. In animals, it's
non-vegetarian.
only the bacteria make now. And unfortunately, we humans, we have not yet evolved so much that we can make our own vitamin B12 like the chimpanzees and gorillas can. So yeah, that was that. Eating disorders. Have you ever faced something like not eating disorder, but thinking about cravings and then not pressurizing yourself to not eat it because you will get.
I don't do that. I always eat. I always give in to my cravings. But I have seen girls say, I want to eat, but no, it will
Yeah,
stop
exactly.
me.
I do it all the time, almost all the time. But for me, it's not about weight, but it's something related to beauty. It's more about acne. Do you remember my skin in 10th standard? I had terrible acne. Like I don't know. Even if I had a new paper, I didn't know which one was new because I saw. So yeah, because of that, I didn't eat oily fried food, and but it kind of helped. It did, like it
With oil.
to some extent it did. So the thing is balance. It's all about balance.
It's balance. Because I have read about stuff when women, vomit out the food they eat. Use laxatives.
yes.
And I think that's sad.
I have heard like ballerinas do it, especially because some jobs require women to be very big.
Have you read about that models used to eat soak cotton balls to fill their stomach.
No, that's
because,
so extreme.
because they didn't want to gain weight. Yeah, it happened. It happened in the 80s, I guess.
Oh, modeling is a very cutthroat, competitive industry. Like, and it's very, very bad for the mental health.
I have seen stick thin girls being told that you are fat and you
Oh my
cannot
God.
model. And it's crazy because they said, I am already in a diet, what else am I supposed to do? And
I think in Paris, they promote skinniness because I've seen Parisian models being extremely underweight. But yeah, nowadays they
even in
yeah.
K-pop industry, I've seen women
50
say,
kg is the mark. You cannot be over 50 kg.
and
Yeah.
one apple a day. That's very.
Yeah, even that's
bad.
but that's for men too.
Yeah.
I have heard BTS interviews and they were like, oh yeah, we were on a diet. We used to practice like 6 hours a day. And dancing is a very high metabolic activity. Like you lose a lot of calories.
But
by
I've
dancing.
seen bulky, not thin, but bulky, like with muscles. They are heavy, but they are also like promoted and they are models. So, but I have not seen women like that.
Bulky women. Yeah, in fact, women are like afraid of working out so that
They won't gain muscle. Like
yeah. But you know what?
muscle
Gaining
and-
muscle is actually a good thing. Most
It
Indian
is.
women are skinny fat. Yes, I'm skinny fat. I'm like you might think that oh,
And you know where
I don't have any muscle mass.
It comes from starvation during the British time.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
it has a historical like because you know we come from a generation, we come from a community where there was rampant starvation and famines. We used to have a lot of famines, so genetically somehow we got selected in such a way that our bodies are meant to store fat because that's
We
how
cannot
you
help it.
survive. How will you survive if you cannot store fat for the bad times? And European women, they were selected for good like abundance and good bounty, horse riding, stuff like that. And you know what? I have heard this now. Have I told you that poor men prefer like curvaceous women and rich men prefer thin women?
No, I haven't.
Because poor men, they have that famine mentality. They want someone who will give rise to good and healthy kids even when there is a famine. So she has a lot of fat reserve in her body. So okay, so she can go through pregnancy even when she has nothing to eat. And skinny women, rich men prefer skinny women because it was a high status thing, like to have thin women.
That corset wala song.
Yeah. Like a thin waist.
9 inches corset. That song.
Oh my god, 9 inches.
9
And
inches
when
is
these
this-
women got old and they removed their corset like permanently, they used to have such deformities.
Organs would be displayed.
Displaced, yeah. And have you heard of Chinese women having small feet?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
have you seen their feet? We'll put the images. Okay.
In this small shoe.
They're small and their fingers, they lose their fingers because obviously necrosis will happen. The blood won't reach there. They lose their toe fingers and all
The
that.
black teeth. Have you seen that?
Japanese that.
women.
Yeah, what those what girl?
It's from N.
There is a name for it, you know.
I know. Don't give in to these things. Be confident in yourself and yeah, that's all.
Yeah, like we aspire to be beautiful. Everybody does. Everybody does, and it's not something you should be ashamed of. But at the same time, I think all you need to do whatever you want. Okay, we don't shame anyone here. Do whatever you want. But at the same time, I think a person should have enough nuance, enough intellect to actually see why he or she is doing that.
Yeah.
Like if you're
Don't get preyed on.
yeah, and don't get influenced. That's what I'm saying. Use your own judgment
Thoughts, yeah.
and practice some nuance and show your creativity. Like braiding
That's the
hair, you
best.
can braid your hair and put jewels in it. And see, we are humans and we are like we love decorating ourselves. That's what I'm saying. We love even men and women. You know, there's a tribe in Africa where men have the worst hit of beauty standards. Like men are supposed to be fit, they're supposed to dance and then they have a like show, like there is an event, this tribe in Africa, they do, men are paraded, like there's a fashion show and there's a dancing competition and women judge it. It's the other way around. Yeah, so we evolve. Humans evolve. In fact, from what I've heard is like the tribes, the African tribes, even in Chhattisgarh, we have a lot of tribes. Tribes usually happen to be matriarchal. They are very
I've heard
feminist.
that too.
Yeah, tribes happen to be.
I've heard a village in Assam where the man goes to the women's house after the
That
night.
happens in Meghalaya too. Like I have a friend, she's from Meghalaya, and she's like, oh, I'll stay with my parents. Like my brothers will go, and I'm like, don't your brothers feel sad? Like we girls feel sad.
Yeah.
No, they're accustomed to it. Like it's the law.
So
That's what happened.
It's worse the other way around too.
Yeah.
Like not worse.
But
It's the same.
But I mean, like someone has to go somewhere.
I think everyone comes together or everyone. Why should it be one sided?
I think you should just stay with your like family and friends, and then meet the other person sometimes. Just meet them.
Yeah.
But what about kids? The kids need to have a home, right?
Stay with me. What can stay?
That's how divorced kids are affected.
True.
Have you heard that poem? I have two homes. Who is it? She's a very influential person. I think Kamala Harris. Some politician sort of. She talked about having. I have two homes, two parents, two houses, two bags. That's how divorced kids are affected. So that's also not healthy. So what's the like?
I think everyone should live together.
You know what? It takes a village to raise a child. First of all.
Hmm.
Everybody should be involved, and it doesn't. If it's okay if he or she doesn't have a father figure or mother or father. If they have a father figure or mother figure, then that's enough. That's enough. They're well raised. Yeah. And divorced kids, they are affected because their parents don't speak to each other. Their parents don't have that like friendship at least. Right? They hate each other. That's why the kid suffers. But if the parents don't hate each other, they love each other, and they just live in different cities or whatever, then I think the kid won't mind it.
Because I've seen a lot of families where the mother or the child or the father or the child live together, mother works, and then they meet up or something. So
I think it's
a
fine.
problem.
You know what? I think we should all do whatever we think is it's applicable to us. In fact, sometimes what happens is like you listen to a lot of these reading influencers or whatever on YouTube, and then you get the wrong idea. And see, some advice is not for everybody.
I think you should listen to everyone, but you do what you feel is right.
Feel like but also we don't support choice feminism. Like you know what choice feminism is like? It's your choice. If you wanna go on if you wanna do a surgery or if you wanna go on OnlyFans, it's your choice. But why is it your choice?
True.
Yeah. Choice feminism is like diluted feminism, which is no longer feminism. Yeah, like people are nowadays saying like, okay, it's her choice. She's wearing makeup. She's going topless. It's her choice. But why is it? Why is she? And she's. Like okay, so she's wearing a hijab. She's dressing modestly. It's her choice. But why is it her choice? Some man told her to dress like that.
It's not her choice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's made to seem like it's her choice.
It's her choice. So I think it's all very complex.
I don't think feminism is a topic which is very like a closed off topic. I think it's very
There's no
vast.
clear cut definition for it.
Exactly. So it's different for a lot of different people.
So then let's end it, shall we? So this was a little bit of adventure from our side. This is the first episode. Tell us what you think about it, and if we should add some things, give us feedback.
Yeah, and what else do you want us to talk about?
Also, what are some topics that you feel like we should talk about in our next episodes?
And also write what were the things you were bullied about if you were in your childhood about the beauty.
Yeah, and make sure that you write in the comments about your own experiences growing up relating to beauty or like beauty standards, dieting and all that. So yeah, that's it. So stay tuned for the next episode and stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.